Welcome back to Let's Play Ultima Underworld. In this video I'm going to create a character and actually head on into the abyss. So let's get started, shall we? You have to choose your character's sex. This doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with a male character because I am in fact male. Handedness, again, doesn't matter. I prefer right-handed. That's just personal preference. Your class now. There's a bunch of classes you get to choose from. I'm going to briefly explain these. Fighter and mage should be pretty obvious. Fighter, you know, good in strength, has weapon skills, good at physical combat. The mage, not so good strength, but has a lot of intelligence and is very good at casting spells, clearly. The bard, I'm not too sure what the bard is all about. I've never really used the bard before. The bard has some weapon skills and some practical skills. Again, I'm not really too sure about that one. The tinker could actually be a nice character class. I've never used it myself, but it's the tinker is particularly good at repairing items, which can be quite useful in the game. Has decent strength, pretty good at using weapons. The druid and the paladin are both sort of somewhere between the fighter and the mage, where the druid is a little closer to the mage end of the spectrum and the paladin is a little closer to the fighter end of the spectrum. The ranger, again, tends to be pretty good at using weapons and has some other practical skills. The shepherd is sort of a general purpose character, sort of a jack of all trades. Personally, I like the druid, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the druid class. Then you get to pick some skills. Which skills you get to choose from depends on which class you pick. Of these three, I personally like the lore class the best. Or the lore skill, rather. It allows you to identify items, magical enchantments on items, which is useful. Then you have to pick your portrait. Again, this doesn't really matter. You can see there on the left, it's given me some attributes. 21 strength, that's, you know, decent. Druids aren't all that strong. 13 dexterity, 26 intelligence is pretty good, and 34 vitality, also pretty decent. And some skills, you automatically get mana and casting as a druid, and then there's some lore skill that I chose. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and pick one of these portraits, go ahead and play on the standard difficulty, because I'm not a pansy, and now you get to pick a name for yourself. Let's say Corvus. I think that's a fitting name. So we'll go ahead and keep this character. Now we are basically just sort of thrust into the abyss without really knowing what's going on, other than what we saw in the introduction. Let's see what's in here. We've got a weapon, a badly worn dagger. It's better than nothing. Put that in my right hand. Got a torch. Light would be good. A map. If you click on that, there's nothing on it except for me down there because I haven't actually done any exploring. That automatically updates as you go around the abyss. And some food. Currently I'm well fed, so I don't need that. But let's go ahead and light our torch. And we get a little bit more light. So there's the entrance to the abyss. And some writing on the wall. Just some an inscription by some people who tried to get out and couldn't. Basically just telling you that it's impossible to get out of the abyss. How lovely. Looks like we're stuck here. Let's look around, shall we? There's a door over here. Maybe I'll go through that later. I'm going to check around. Over here, some. Oh good. Bones. Ah, another weapon. A badly worn hand axe. I'll stick that in my bag. Oh, another torch. Could be useful. Anything in the bowl? Nothing there. I don't need that. So for the moment you can click on this chain and look at your attributes. I don't have any weapon skills whatsoever at the moment, as you can see. So it really doesn't matter what weapon I use. I'm just going to go ahead and use the dagger for now. And we see there are some rune stones here. You can't really do anything with these until you get a rune bag. But as we'll see in just a moment, that happens pretty quickly. Some more doors. We've got a pack. with, lo and behold, a rune bag, and some runes in it. And these runes that you find right at the beginning are enough to cast a few very basic spells, if you happen to know some spells. They're listed out in the player's guide. And there are also some spells there that aren't listed in the player's guide that you have to find throughout the game. So I've got some things there. So you know, you can click on them, they appear down here. And you can cast spells with various combinations of runestones. That looks like it's about it for here. You can see the map is automatically updating as we go. I'm just going to go ahead and see what's through these doors here. There's a rat. It's only upset. If you right-click on a character or a monster, it gives you how they're feeling. They'll only actually attack you directly if they're being listed as hostile, but for now I'm going to go ahead and attack this rat. Just to give myself a little experience. There are a couple of different types of attacks you can use. The dagger's best at thrusting attacks. There we go. The rat's dead, and I can take his food, if I so choose, which I do. And our first little bit of armor. Badly worn leggings. Hooray. That's it for there. Let's see what's through here. It's locked. But we have a key. Actually, you don't have to close the door. I'm sort of used to doing that just because I'm a little obsessive-compulsive. I'll try to stop because it takes up time. Look around. Hey look, there's a bedroll. We should go ahead and take that. That will be useful. It'll allow us to sleep and restore our health. Ooh, there's a guy. What does he have to say? Braggett. I haven't seen you here before. I'm not actually going to read through all of the dialogue, because there's kind of a lot of dialogue in this game. I'm attempting to rescue an innocent girl. He doesn't really believe you. He thinks you're thrown in here as a prisoner. You don't need to be ashamed of yourself. You might want to take some time to learn about the Abyss. Sure, why not? First off, you know, pick up anything that you see around. Don't steal, people will get pissed off if you do. Battle sites are good for scavenging. There was a battle here just a little while ago. What inhabitants are there in the Abyss? Now, the goblins control most of the upper level. Two kinds of goblins, the greens and the gray. They hate each other. I was recently imprisoned by the gray goblins. How did you escape? Well, I was in a storeroom. There was a pole there. I used it to trigger the switch which controlled the door, and I left. And I'm not going back there again. Tell me of your people. The humans have staked out a small area on this upper level. Below us are mountain men, and after that I don't know. Where are these humans? You go west from the entrance of the Abyss and then north, jump over a chasm, you'll get there. Look for the sign of the Ankh, that's where civilization will be. Outside of those areas, watch yourself, because monsters and such will attack you. Thanks. That was useful. So he said west and then north. Well, it looks like we've already traveled west from the Abyss. Let's try traveling north. There's a chasm here. He said we'd have to jump over one. So let's try our luck here. Braggett, you're in my way. I will push you off this... Oh, it won't let me. Oh well. Anyway. I'll go check out that enclave of humans probably in the next video, because we're about to run out of time. Oh, but there is a weapon here. A badly worn short sword. It's better than a dagger. Oh no, that music. I'm being attacked. Whatever you are, I will kill you. Well, that was easy. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this video here for now. I'll pick this up in the next video.